Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
So when I started dating white girls, my first experience with white girls is when I went to college. I tried to date some black girls when I was in college. They did not like me.
You didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
You did. You put your car in park and you came at me.
First of all, I didn't come at you.
Yes, you did.
You can stop all of that, Karen. It's my team. It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
The only reason I was pissed off at Terrell Owens this weekend is because this man tried to sue me.
If a white man had asked them to do the same video, you think they would have acted like this? Nope. They'd have been throwing themselves at Brad.
I feel embarrassed as a black woman. I do. And you want to know why? This is a bottom shelf brand, okay?
Let me just drop some little things in here, some little nuggets of.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. We got a lot to talk about in this one, a lot to discuss here. Let's get into this at first. T.O. speaks on his experience dating black girls growing up and why he dates white women. Let's get into this, y'all. Now, you know, I'm not going to get into a monologue to begin with. I'm going to play this. We're going to listen to everything, and then I'm going to give y'all the perspective after covering everything and doing a little insight to what's going on here.
About, because a lot of people are like, well, what is he like? I mean, I've heard rumors, all he likes is white girls, this and that. Let me just set the record straight.
Tell him, get him together.
In a short version, I like what likes me. You know what I mean? but everything that likes me is not for me.
Ooh.
So I know a lot of, like I said, a lot of black women have like, oh, well, that's all he likes, this, that, and the other. Well, if you do a little research, I have kids.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
By black women. So clearly, I have to have some type of like for black women.
Yes, sir.
Today, like I said, I grew up in a black household.
Yes, sir.
So this notion, I get it because athletes, they get money, they go to pro, and then they want to date white girls, this and that and the other. Everybody's experiences have been different. For me, when I grew up, I was in my high school pretty much is 50. I don't know what percentage black, white, but I lived in a black neighborhood. So at the end of the day, I attempted to date black girls. When I was younger, I wasn't as handsome as I am now. I didn't have this beautiful smile as I had as I have now.
Stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Daniel, by the way.
I have now. Hit puberty. Right. I was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
And when I bloomed, boy, did I bloom.
Yes, sir.
So let me finish my story. So when I started dating white girls, my first experience with white girls was when I went to college. I tried to date some black girls when I was in college. They did not like me. I was skinny. I was strong.
Right.
I was teased from high school, even college. I got teased for being dark skinned.
Damn, so they tease you, cuz?
Yeah. So there was a lot of self-esteem issues.
Right.
No, I'm being dead honest. So when I got my opportunity, when my first experience with a white girl, I was like, okay, it wasn't bad, but that wasn't. I just totally gravitated to white girls after that.
Right.
That wasn't the situation. So again, my experiences with black women growing up wasn't so good. So, but that still didn't deter me from still dating or pursuing black girls.
Right.
So,
Now, I don't know if y'all see what's going on here, but I'll explain it in a second. We'll get through this.
So my thing now is, because I know there's this stigma, the stereotypical of athletes, to go off and make money, this and that, and date the opposite color, opposite race. But for me now, where I am, it's not even about color. It's not even about race. For me, it's about somebody that I have some chemistry with, good energy, and I get a good vibe with. Right. That's where I am. Like I said, we all want somebody that's attractive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Aesthetics going to play a big part in it. Anybody that says, oh, well, I don't care what the person looks like, that's a lie. That's a lie. We all want somebody that we can roll over and wake up to, that's, you know what I mean, that looks pleasing to the eye. So at the end of the day, I want somebody that's attractive, but it's more so now I want somebody that has I can have good chemistry with, they have good energy.
Now,
We don't care.
Let me tell you. We don't care.
I was going to save this for a little later. We're going to get back into what he's talking about. You are free to date who you want. You can date who you want. We don't need these drawn out explanations. You can date who you want. At the end of the day, some people are going to be mad do you care? People on the internet are going to be chirping. At the end of the day,
We're in a different era. Get over it. Whoa!
And we can vibe, and we're on the same level. Right. You know what I mean? And we can talk about things like within the last probably 3 to 5 years, I've been more communicative. And as you said earlier, Chad, I've lowered my wall a bit. I ain't let the motherfucker all the way down. But I let it down just a little bit so I can, somebody can peek over and I can peek over too.
What?
Now, when I hear folks talking about lowering their walls, it's a defense mechanism that we usually hear women speak of. Oh, we lower my walls so people can get close, and once they get close, they hurt, so blah, 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 so they put up their walls. And behind the walls is a scared little girl, but standing in front of the walls is a strong woman. But really and truly, she's not really that, so they talk about walls that they put up for defense. T.O., what part of the game is this? All this explanation, I'm going to get into the details and why we're seeing this and why I'm going to have the stance that I have in accordance to what we're seeing from T.O. You can literally date who the fuck you want to date. You don't have to explain dating outside of the race. He justified it by saying he has black children, so he obviously dates black. He's trying to justify his stance. And there's reasons behind these statements, and it has that's why I had Stephen A. Smith in the beginning, y'all. Y'all are gonna see the correlation.
To where I allowed myself to be somewhat vulnerable, but understanding communication is key in anything, business and personal, no matter what. If you have a good communication relationship, man, y'all can rule the world. You can do a number of things that you probably didn't think you could do just by communicating.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's to me at the end of the day, it's all about who makes you happy.
Right. And then that part.
Hold up, y'all. I think the volume is a bit low. I don't know if y'all can hear them a bit. Volume seems a bit low for me.
Who brings the version of you, and that doesn't really come with race. That doesn't come with color, and it just so happens, you know, you click with certain people. Your Wi-Fi connection. Sometimes you might have 2 bars with one.
Yeah, it's still a little bit low. I mean,
person, the next person you might have all 4 bars. It doesn't matter who it is, man. Whatever makes you motherfucking happy, whatever floats your boat, that's just what it is.
Right.
You know?
No doubt, no doubt.
We should be open to that, you know, at this time in 2023. But, you know, some people still hang on to it, some people don't.
Right. So that's where I am with it. You know what I mean? It's all about growth, maturation, understanding who you are, what you want, but at the end of the day, it's that H word. As long as you two and personally you are happy, because you got to be happy with yourself first. And I know this notion of we think that somebody else can make us happy. That maybe they can, but it's probably going to be temporary. Because if you guys are not synced, if you guys are not aligned, and like you said, you use that analogy of Wi-Fi. If you guys are not connected, it's going to be hard to make it work.
And you know what? You shouldn't. And one of the worst things, one of people's downfalls, because to me, human error is inevitable, and the fact that we allow or we put the pressure of allowing other people to control our happiness instead of us already being happy. Don't put that responsibility on other people to make you happy, because at some point they will always fail you. Always.
No.
Always. It's just human nature. You know, you got to be happy within, and then have someone else to come along and build on top of what you're already happy about.
Right. You can have that person add to your happiness, but you can't be solely dependent on that person to make you happy.
Yeah. That's why I'm happy.
But that's always been you. You've always been happy. If nothing else, you have always given the illusion or the perception that you're happy. That's to other people. I know, but you've always been happy. You know what I mean? But even when we look strong, sometimes we're not as strong as we seem. You know what I mean? But that's just who we are and how we are. You know what I mean? Because like I said, at the end of the day, we're human. We have feelings. We have emotions. We go through things. We have our ups and downs. There's ebbs and flows of life. And sometimes people think that just because we're in different tax brackets or we're considered celebrities by society, or we're of some status, that we have no problems, that we have no issues. But people don't understand we're human just like they are. We just happen to do extraordinary things. I try to tell people I'm an ordinary person. I just happen to do some extraordinary things. Okay. What was that? Okay, there's the man. He has made her.
You should know who that is.
Okay. Yeah, she made her presence known.
Made it felt, honey.
Oh, well, she made her presence felt and known.
Came out of nowhere.
What? Where'd she come from? She's Spider-Man?
Last time I checked, she was in Tampa.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. She done swung in on the balcony from...
She done came on like Spider-Man.
What? Oh, my goodness.
Listen, she the type, you know, you go in the mirror and you say her name 3 times. Boom.
No. No.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
No, not like that.
Like Candyman.
No. That's about I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what movie is that? Candyman.
Like Candyman. My God. 3 times.
Oh, Shoot, I might need to try that. I need to go look in this bathroom mirror.
Yeah. Just go in the bathroom mirror and say Katrina 3 times.
Are you ready to lie? I need to find somebody. Yeah. I know everybody like, man, who is Katrina?
Yeah. She on Instagrams?
Yeah, Katrina is just a name I done made up. Okay. But I got everybody thinking like, who is Katrina?
The subject of the HOA meeting.
Now, we're going to get into this shortly. I have to readjust the volume all the way for this because that one was a mess. That was relatively low. Let me just adjust the volume. Okay, so what he said was when he was younger, before he developed, when he was a skinny, scrawny kid, he said he had some sort of glow up. He was ugly at a certain point. He was made fun of by black girls, so he dated white girls. Go where you're appreciated. That's where he went type shit. I have no problem with people interracial dating. It's your life. Do what you want to do. This is not what this is about. What we're seeing here is the unnecessary explanation to why you're dating white.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
And what this is actually about. See, Terrell Owens took shots at Stephen A. Smith, and they've been going back and forth. He went on First Take years ago when Max Kellerman was still there. He said that Stephen A. Smith or Max Kellerman was more black than Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith did not appreciate that. They started a whole beef. He's like, he protected him all the way up. And Terrell Owens, he was one of my favorite receivers of all time, top 3. But he's been a drama queen. He's been a diva. He makes moments out of everything. He doesn't handle criticism well. He doesn't like when things are said to him. So I see a theme of this. And I don't like to gaslight folks. I gave Fresh and Fit the grace when they were talking about the reason why they didn't date black women and dark-skinned women in particular. I gave them grace. I'm like, wait, this is their experience? And I'm not gaslighting. They want to date who they wanted to date. And then we seen what it turned into. It became a campaign for something else. We gave them grace, and then they went, oh, nope, that wasn't our experience. That's what we heard and seen. So I'm like, if that wasn't your experience, then why are you propagating this bullshit? So we give Fresh and Fit grace that they didn't deserve. He didn't demean black women, but what he did do is have an excuse and say that he used colorism as an excuse for why he wasn't getting black women. They were teasing him. He was dark, X, Y, and Z. But then you said that when you had your glow up, you were received differently. So it had nothing to do with your skin complexion. It had everything to do with you being scrawny and received as ugly. I don't like that shit. That's what propagates self-hate. It's the little things that people say that might go over people's heads. They want to reinforce that black is ugly. And it's not ugly. It's the fact that you had other reasons and then you dated outside of your race. And nobody's begrudging you for doing so. Taylor Made, you're not listening. You said if that's the truth, then that's his experience. If you are a black man, you don't change skin complexions as you grow. You're the same black. The same skin complexion, the same darkness. You were not getting luck with women. It wasn't based off of the fact that you were dark. It was based off of the fact that you didn't have your glow up, pause, at that moment. It's just different results. You want to disparage and blame it on certain things.
Eating this and that and the other. I got liens and shit on my house. This and that and the other. Then you start bringing up my status, who I was, my HBO, my VH1. You the one brought it up, lady. I did it. You did it. You did.
You said tell that to Michael Jackson. These people all have self-esteem issues. You heard Terrell Owens saying when he was growing up, he had self-esteem issues. And when you have self-esteem issues, you look for things to blame it on. Yeah, you might get called darky, but this is the thing. When it comes to colorism, it's very one-sided because colorism as a concept is one-sided. It's only to, it's this when people disparage darker skinned people. You know what? Let's get into this video. There's a lot to break down. We're gonna get into that shortly.
First of all, I didn't almost hit her. Sir, no, I'm fine, sir. First of all, I didn't almost hit her.
I understand that. Just relax.
I'm not finna sit up here.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
I understand.
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're going to yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
Relax. You did. You put your car in park and you came at me.
First of all, I didn't come at you.
Yes, you did.
You can stop all of that, Karen.
Okay, listen.
Get out of here with all of that.
Listen, if you guys want me here, I can solve it.
He literally came after me.
Here she crying. There's Karen. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Swear to God, I've never been a part of nothing like this. I've seen it. I've seen it.
You have your ID.
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it, but this is firsthand.
Now, when I talk about folks that speak about, oh, they were bullied, they weren't well received by black women, you see it mostly in the manosphere. And you see it with folks that are highly emotional, that are drama queens, that are divas. Yeah, he was calling out a quote-unquote Karen, but it didn't stop there. It didn't stop there. T.O. took it to social media, and he also did this. Please sign petition in my bio. This is for those like Emmett Till who was brutally murdered and didn't get a chance to live to speak their truths because of false accusations. Their truths, once again. Regarding the incident that took place last night, here she is, a real life and our neighborhood Karen. Her name is, and then he doxed her. He put her name out. This is on his social media. It's still up. This was just a year ago. T.O. is very slick with the way he does things in the media, y'all. I'm not disparaging him when it comes to dating outside of the race. You can do what you want to do. But this whole faking the funk to try to do this pro-black shit in the midst of doing it, it's like, bro, this is uncalled for. That was only a clip of the video. This is the entire video.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Where's the fast forward bar on this bitch?
God damn. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Now, T.O. is a drama queen. T.O. is currently suing Stephen A. Smith for what apparent reason? He created a false narrative, and then Marcellus Wiley created a compelling argument to feed into the narrative of why Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman are no longer cool. And it was this Max Kellerman's more black than Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith didn't know who he was signing up for, blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm annoyed that I canceled one of the shows that I was going to do when it comes to the reason why Shannon Sharpe was removed from FS1, because I was going to draw the comparison between Max Kellerman being removed from First Take and Shannon Sharpe being removed from FS1, and they're pretty much the same thing. The difference is Stephen A. Smith spoke out about the reason why, and Skip Bayless didn't. Stephen A. Smith got all the negative responses, all the vitriol for the way for how they broke up, and then they didn't take what he said. They just created a narrative. So they took T.O.'s narrative. They didn't want to hear anything Stephen A. said, but they let Skip Bayless go off the hook, free, unabridged. When Skip Bayless has you know what? I have to get into a lot of these things before I do a full breakdown, so y'all fully understand where I'm coming from with all this.
Yes, we are live. We are live, and we got the police and everything.
Let me skip ahead.
We got the police and...
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
We got to come back to this. There's 2 minutes of that. I want to get into some next shit.
What do I have to make to date you?
Yikes. Okay, so I guess we have to do this because this is later in the show. Okay, so the comparison I was going to draw. Stephen A. Smith was wrongly getting cooked, and they're framing things in the wrong way because T.O. started a hate campaign, being a diva. You know what? Let's actually get into this, because everybody thinks that I'm coming and I'm caping and caping for all black women whenever somebody has something negative or disparaging to say. I always look at the angles for why these folks are saying this and what type of media fuckery that they're propagating. But let's get into this one right here, because folks have to be accountable for this part of the episode, y'all. We'll get back to the T.O. stuff shortly as we gather our information.
I have to make to date you.
More than me.
Which is?
I can't tell you that, but I make, a pretty good opinion.
Okay. So,
So, do you think that when you shake ass in the camera and stuff, like men are gonna look at this and be like, you know, that's a girl who I want to make my wife?
I don't give a fuck.
What is this?
I don't want these. Man, let me tell you something, baby. I was raised by my father. Fuck you niggas. I'll date one of you niggas and I keep two in the chamber.
So,
at all times. Fuck you niggas. I don't give a fuck. Talking about wife.
Do you not want to be a wife one day, though? Do you not want to be a wife one day, though?
When I'm old and you shake ass.
Now, clearly,
She belongs to the streets.
I need to know your connotation as wife. Yeah. Because I'm a lot of niggas' wife. Okay. But I'm a lot of niggas' type.
Do you have a ring?
I got
a lot of niggas' wife.
What the hell was that?
I got plenty of rings. Bitch, I forgot to put my other ring on. I'm iced out. Let me put the light on that shit.
But has a man ever...
Let me put the ice on that shit, yeah.
I've said it once. I've said it twice. I'll say it several times over. We got the worst women on earth.
You see this shit? What do you call these things? Straw man arguments? The fuck, bro? You use the dustiest example, Tommy. What are we doing here, Tommy? This is the type of shit I'm talking about. There's Karen comps everywhere, folks. People love to do this race baiting shit. Draw a group of folks, the worst compilation of them, and then just spread it and be like, this is all of them. Look, y'all, this is all. And it's like, nah, bro. They're on Miami Beach. Like, he's interviewing the drunk girls from the party scene. It's like, what are we doing out here, man?
They're not even women. They're men with vaginas and a hard-ass face. They're men with vaginas twerking all over the place. It's their problem-free philosophy. The men with vaginas.
We're putting you on probation. We're putting you on probation.
They talk like guys. They act like guys. They have to throw their butt in front of the camera every time the camera's on. You can't keep them talking about any one thing in a row. But you'll flag me because I must hate my mama because I said this. Instead of, well, he must have a point if he keeps finding all these videos of different women doing the same thing. I told y'all a long time ago, they don't want to be married. They don't see value in marriage to a black man. If a white man had asked them to do the same video, you think they would have acted like this? Nope. They'd have been throwing themselves at Brad. Oh, and P.S. There is a reason. There's a reason why the STD rate is so high.
Hey, yo. This is the gender war fuckery that I'm not trying to take part in. You can call folks out, as I did. I said that bitch belongs to the goddamn streets, and if y'all want to defend her and be like, oh, don't speak about women like that, then you're defending that woman's actions, or that bitch's actions. I don't even want to call her a woman. It's like individuals, my nigga. You compile a bunch of individuals, you can create a narrative. We see it with all these different channels and these different comps. Folks try this all the time. This is gender war fuckery. Not caping for all folks, but I ain't participating in the gender war. We got to get shit clear.
And that reason, you hear it there. They tell you they have several men. I know the black chicks I've dealt with have dealt with me and several other guys. It took me to be an old man to realize that that's just how they move. They are.
Now, that was your experience, Tommy. Can't really say that's all black women just because that's all the ones you dealt with. Maybe you need to stop shopping in the thought section. You in the thought section, my nigga. What are we doing out here? You picking girls from Fresh and Fit's table and you wondering why things are going the way they're going?
Get him out of here! He's got no place in here! Get rid of him! Okay.
Nah, shout out to Tommy. He's over there on Rumble. He's not on YouTube. He's over there on Rumble. Now he'll tell you he's still getting rich out there and getting more views than us. So it is what it is.
I'm getting rich. I'm not going to just sleep with you, and they're not going to just sleep with you and one other person. They're going to sleep with you and a few people.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to shit on his experiences. His experiences are his experiences. If he colors the world that way, it is what it is. That's what he does on his platform. It is what it is. At the end of the day, if folks could make money running a narrative on their platform and other folks are there to sign up to watch that shit every day, at some point you got to look at the crowd and not the creator so much. It's like, y'all like hearing this shit 24/7.
This Travis Kelce situation, I gotta take a deep breath on this one.
So I'm sure by now everybody has heard the rumors about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, how they're dating. And they're rumors now because they haven't really confirmed.
Hey, yo, this girl's loud as hell. It's destroying my ear panel. Hold on, y'all.
Anything, but I'm sure they're dating because his brother said something about it. So I doubt his brother would lie about something like that. So basically, I saw this tweet that said, to go from Kayla Nicole to Taylor Swift has to be the biggest downgrade I've witnessed. Yikes. So somebody quotes the tweet.
Okay, I can even hear her breath too much. That's too much. Hold up, y'all. I gotta make some adjustments. This is kind of dusty. There we go. Yo, I needed to EQ this on the edit properly. I thought I did, but you know, doesn't always go the way you want it to go.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
And says, you lot need to leave Kayla alone. She moved on ages ago and is living her life while she's being... Why is she being compared? Plus that, Kelsey treated her like, and bragged about it, she's free now. This is very true. Kayla, she's right on the side right there, she dated this man for 5 years. He never proposed to her, and there are rumors that he was like really cheap, like really, really cheap. In a thread that I saw, someone compared him to Jason Pitts, and if you've
Jason Pitts, the GOAT.
watched the game, Jason Pitts was cheap as heck. He did not like to spend his money, and he played for a team in the NFL. But I need people to leave this woman alone and stop comparing her to Taylor Swift or compare Taylor Swift to her. Like, she's just out here minding her business, doing her thing, not thinking about this man, doesn't care about this man. And here we have people trying to bring her up in the conversation. Like, look at her. She looks good. She's doing her thing. She's doing her best, not caring about her ex. And I think we should all do the same. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure Kayla will be okay with or without that man in her life. And I'm sure, like, she don't want Travis back because I'm sure she's been through a lot with that man. They were together on and off for 5 years.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
And we all know most relationships that are on and off are not good relationships at all.
I feel embarrassed as a black woman. I do. And you want to know why? This is a bottom shelf brand, okay? Bottom shelf. Hold on, let me find a different photo.
Now, this is when the sisterhood went outside. This is when I witnessed, and I didn't want to stay silent about this. I had to fit this into a segment where black women online in large masses claimed ownership over this white man. I'm like, they acted like he's one of the niggas, like he belongs to black women. Oh, how dare him go back to white women? It's like, what the fuck is going on out here on social media? It's like, we could take the interracial date. People are free to date who they want to date, but it's like this ownership shit. Black men speak about this in the manosphere. They talk about black women feel like they own black men. If they date outside of the race, they're getting chastised and cooked. But to the point where it's like, why do you think you own Travis Kelce? He can date a white woman. He's not, like, what part of the game is this? Black women felt like they owned this motherfucker. And it was embarrassing. So Yanni's, she's being honest and saying it's embarrassing. But then she's calling him a bottom barrel Brad. It's like, you don't have to shit on the man. You just have to accept that he's moving the hell on. This is bizarre to me. This gender war shit, it's like, they're not yours. I don't get it.
He's bottom shelf. All right. bottom. Now, why is he bottom shelf? Well, first of all, the reason why Kelsey and Nicole, allegedly, the reason why they broke up was because he cheated on her. Not once, but twice.
And guess what?
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
He cheated on Nicole. Caleb. I'm sorry, Caleb. All right.
They got to remember that when they call black men bandits all the time in the sisterhood. I ain't with none of this shit, eh? Because people want to come and they want to come and finesse this space and act like, oh no, we're gonna get this nigga to be championing the sisterhood fuckery. It's like, nah, I ain't with none of the gender war shit. Sisterhood, manosphere, it's all dusty. I primarily deal with the manosphere because I'm not arguing with women. That's up to women to do this. But I'm gonna shine a light to it and be like, hey, this is what's going on here.
That was the reason why they allegedly split. She left him. It wasn't he left her. She left. All right. She collected her things and she got the hell up out of there because this man was wasting her time and cheating on her. Imagine a man wasting your time and having the audacity to cheat. That's insane to me. That is truly insane to me. But you know what's crazy about all of this is Kayla is getting all of this backlash because black women have decided to make the focal point of this coming togetherness of this 2% milk couple. And yes, I said 2% milk. Why? Not because they white. Because we all
know.
Stop the cap.
You're gonna say it's because it expires, but yo, come on, man. We just throw around these racist fucking. You know what? It is what it is. Let's get back into it.
Coming togetherness of this 2% milk couple. And yes, I said 2% milk. Why? Not because they white. Because we all know Taylor Swift, this situation, this relationship.
Hey yo, A-Lady 747.
All due respect, shut the hell up. I want to hear that.
Disrespect the size of my head. What are we doing out here? Respect the host. Nothing but glazing from the comment section.
Emotional, damn it.
Nah, I'm talking shit. I'll move. Y'all see me enough.
Relationship is going to expire. If you know anything about Taylor Swift, she be changing these men out like she changed her damn panties, okay? So it's 2% milk simply because it has an expiration date, all right? So y'all have, this woman decided to leave this man. She wants to move on with her life as she should because this man was wasting her time. But then black women want to turn this into a, how dare you? I'm like, what do you mean, how dare he? He cheated and dogged out the black woman that he was with. He should just go ahead and just move on. If he want to go date a white woman, that's what he should do. I don't want him to date a sister because when he was dating a sister, he was dogging her out.
Yo, y'all keep complaining. Y'all ain't seeing nothing anyway. I ain't blocking nothing, John. There ain't no cleavage for you to see. Yo, John. What is going on out here?
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
You ain't seeing nothing. You just seeing the Cash App handle. Hit the Cash App and I'll move the handle. Pause.
Stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Pause.
All right, so hold up, y'all. Let me adjust this. Y'all just keep bitching, y'all. Y'all complaining. Y'all don't want to see me at all. Y'all just got to go watch Yanni's channel then, nah. Like, what are we doing out here?
So what are we fighting about again? I'm like, do black women have any pride, dignity, self-respect? I can understand if this was some stand-up guy, but this ain't a stand-up. This is not a stand-up guy.
Now, see, this is where she got it fucked up. Because she was on one just now. She was like, does black women have any pride, decent, dignity, respect? And it's like, yeah, you don't own this white man. He's not yours. Like, he could date Taylor Swift if he wants. But then she went to, oh, he ain't shit. Even if he was shit, even if he wasn't Jason Pitts like cheap and the cheater like y'all are disparaging his character to be. Even if he wasn't that, y'all don't own him. It's bizarre.
And I honestly think this relationship with Taylor Swift is publicity. I don't even think it's a real relationship. The energy is giving Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. It's not even giving a real relationship. So I don't understand the outrage from Black women. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It's my team.
Now we're done with that short segment. I can go back. Y'all don't need to see Stephen A. Smith like that. The comments in the way anyway, y'all. Let's get it.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair. We lost as a team.
That was Terrell Owens, former all-world NFL wide receiver, crying, being very, very protective of his quarterback at the time, Tony Romo of the Dallas Cowboys. This was before Jerry Jones exiled him from the Dallas Cowboys organization. And that's a big reason why I'm not going to attack Terrell Owens. But it's not the only reason I'm not going to attack Terrell Owens. I'm not angry at Terrell.
Now, there was a jump cut there. I had to make a cut to edit some of the footage that wasn't relevant to the tape, but let's get it.
I'm not angry at T.O. I'm sad for him. It is rare in my lifetime that I've seen a person make more enemies out of people who genuinely cared and tried to help him than this man. It's really sad. T.O. can talk to y'all all he wants about what kind of person that I am and all of this other stuff. Let me tell y'all what's at the heart of the reason why he and I will never speak to one another again. Ain't nobody running from him. He's talking about how, you will see what kind of heat you got in my face. I just saw you in Colorado. We were there together at the game for Colorado, Nebraska. We were within a few feet of one another. You ain't say nothing to me, I ain't say anything to you, and we ain't gonna ever talk again, and that's fine. I won't miss you. Because I know what you are. I know what you've become. And I'm not angry. I'm sad. Ladies and gentlemen, we stopped talking because after you saw that hit from Max Kellerman, Terrell Owens tried to sue me. He had lawyers contact ESPN, who obviously contacted me to try and sue me. Needless to say, it was laughable. It never went anywhere. He wasn't getting a damn dime, which he was hoping to get. That's why I was pissed off Saturday. Because I haven't spoken to him since that day, because he tried to sue me. He tried to sit up there and say I did something I've never done in my career. And that is taken off the record conversation and publicize it. I have never done that in my career. On the soul of everything I love, I don't do that. I've never done that. I would have never been able to enjoy the success that I've been able to enjoy if I had been that kind of guy. And he damn well knows it. Now, we could speculate as to why he would do something like that, why he would accuse me something like that, why he would get lawyers involved looking for money. I wonder why. Y'all speculate about that. But the point is, he tried to sue me. And from that point forward, I said I can never talk to him again because who knows what he's going to try to turn into a lawsuit. And I have stayed away from him from that day forward. But prior to that, ladies and gentlemen, why was T.O. on the show to begin with? This show that he says that I need attention for because I need ratings, even though we've been number one for a decade and counting. By the way, just Google it. It's 15 straight months. First Take has been up in the ratings. We've been number one every month, every year for 12 consecutive years and counting, with Skip, with Max, without both of them, with me. Number one. We don't care.
Let me tell you something. We don't care.
But I need you for ratings. Okay, sure. The point is,
he was right about that. He didn't need T.O. for ratings, but let's get on.
Prior to any of that, why was T.O. on the show? Do y'all know that T.O. asked to come on the show? The same show where he said he sounds more blacker than you, T.O. asked to come on First Take. Does T.O. get to come on First Take? If I don't want him on First Take, why don't you call ESPN and ask him? Who's the executive producer of the show? That would be me. He doesn't get to come on the show if I don't let him on the show. I let him on the show because he asked.
Shout out to Brother Jumbie with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Brother Jumbie says that Kermit the Frog helmet nasty. Wait, that Kermit the Frog helmet is nasty work. Hairline looking like Muppet skin. Jesus Christ.
And I was looking out for him. How do we know that I was looking out for him? Because I spent years defending Terrell Owens. I defended him for years. Ask Donovan McNabb. How about this one? How about Skip Bayless on First Take back in 2016 talking about T.O. to his face when I was off that day and T.O. and Ocho Cinco were on First Take as subs for me because I was off that day handling personal business. Look at this segment right here with Terrell Owens, Ocho Cinco, and Skip Bayless. Check this out.
And I thought about it last night because my man Stephen A. Smith, and we do miss him today, feels 10 times more strongly than Nelly does that I have been unfair and too hard on Terrell Owens. So I've soul searched about it.
Okay, now I can't. I'm trying to do the reaction, but now this shit's throwing me off. This Kermit the Frog hair helmet, yo, this man. Hey, yo.
What the hell was that?
Now I can't unsee the shit. Now I can't unsee it. Shout out to Brother Jumbie with the $5 super chat, though.
I'm getting rich.
Donovan McNabb, call him. Primetime Deion Sanders, who T.O. was at the game the other day, and for some reason has been on the sidelines with him. Call him. Chris Carter, who T.O. turned his back on when he went to shake his hand in a room full of Hall of Famers to welcome him to the Hall of Fame, turned his back on Chris Carter in full of a room of Hall of Famers. Ask him. Ask Michael Irvin. Ask them all. Ask them. The list goes on and on and on of people who know. Throughout his career, I have always tried to help Terrell Owens.
I don't think people understand what took place on First Take when Terrell Owens got up there and said Max was blacker than Stephen A. And this is what he was talking about when he says he looks out for him. People do not understand the business. Mainstream media, you always have to take with a grain of salt when it comes to mainstream media and these folks doing their job opposed to independent media. You can hold somebody fully accountable for the dog shit on their platform in independent media. Mainstream media, there's things that they have to capitulate to, and there's standards that they have to honor. Stephen A. Smith has full controls as executive producer to bring Terrell Owens on. If he thought for any moment that he did anything wrong to Terrell Owens, or they were not cool at any given point in time, he would have not given the opportunity to be on air with him, to disrespect him in the manner in which he did. So you get up there, Stephen A. Smith, who has taken a lot of conservative standpoints in the past, who's been called a coon many times, who's been cooked on Twitter. When you bring up, oh, he's not as black as him, and then people run with that narrative, and Marcellus Wiley and all these others go on their platform and slam home that narrative, and then he reinforced it with that Twitter comment. I've never seen Stephen A. Smith so pissed off on television before, and the way he's pissed off about this shit now, it's gonna piss him off. He's gonna feel slightly insecure about his positioning in the public when it comes to that shit. But some of that he has to be accountable for. It's the way the folks view him. You can't just say that about any random person without any history of activities that look at you and be like, you know what, you kind of sold us out a little bit type shit. So he has to be accountable for that. Nonetheless, T.O. did snake him. T.O. has been a drama queen. People need to look at the details. He blows up a lot of shit for no reason.
Did y'all know he was supposed to be my first guest on Quite Frankly years ago? promised me he was coming in to be the very first guest for my show. Backed out at the last minute for personal reasons that's none of y'all business. I said, no problem. Allen Iverson came.
See, A-Lady747 says Stephen A. Smith has a reputation for selling out black athletes. This is why I said what I said when I talked about independent media versus mainstream media. There's a select few slots in mainstream media. You have to do what the network tells folks to do. People disparage Malika Andrews for bringing up certain black folks' criminal history at times where they're like, why is she doing that? She's reading the fucking teleprompter. If she wasn't there, it would be Rachel Nichols reading the same shit. But they love to put a black face in front of it so us blacks will go at each other and pick them apart. They're on mainstream media. There's ESPN, and then there's Fox, and then you're out of the sports business. You're on YouTube with the rest of the folks. Mainstream media standards are a lot different. If you're going to give commentary, and a lot of athletes are too fucking sensitive. A lot of athletes have no idea what the media's role is with facilitating more money for their entitled ass. They don't want any type of criticism at all. And it's like, there's a reason why Jaylen Brown is getting paid in excess of $300 million on his contract, because the NBA, they grew their marketplace that massive globally. So they want to complain about every little thing and point at the media the way Kwame Brown likes to cry about Stephen A. Smith and saying, oh, you jeopardized my contract and all this.
Crying to me and I'm not having that.
It's like, if your performance was up there, you would have got a fat bag the way the rest of these folks were. These guys are commentators. He's on a debate show. I think the folks need to understand the media, and especially NBA media, in their role in growing the sport.
And looked out for me. Do y'all know that one time I went to interview Terrell Owens because Terrell Owens asked me to come to California to interview him, and I came to interview him. I think it was California. It might have.
That's what I'm talking about, A-Lady747. Hire blacks to say what the whites get canceled for saying. That is facts. That's exactly what they do. And they put these people in position, and then they get the animus and vitriol from the fans. And it's like, wait a minute, if we just put this in our proper perspective, we would be looking at the organization. We'd be looking at ESPN. We'd be looking at FS1 instead of the niggas reading off the teleprompter getting paid. And we want these folks in these positions representing us, giving their opinions when they can to help us in the matters that they can. We've heard Stephen A. Smith. We've heard Shannon Sharp look out for the community at several times. I know Stephen A. Smith has his takes that were bad, but nonetheless, let's get it, y'all.
In another city, I apologize if I don't get it right. But I went to interview him, and Terrell Owens announced his retirement only to jump up out of the chair and start laughing and said it was a prank.
This right here, I discontinue media relationships with folks for doing fuck shit like this. The fake news, the fake relationships, the fake beefs, the fake perspectives, the bullshit. This type of shit will kill your credibility as a commentator or a broadcaster. And you got T.O. on your platform to do this. Let me pull this back so y'all can listen to this.
But I went to interview him, and Terrell Owens announced his retirement only to jump up out of the chair and start laughing and said it was a prank. I let that go. No problem, man. It's no big deal. Skip Bayless was furious over that. He thought that T.O. played me. No problem. Time and time and time again. Ask Andy Reid and those boys that were with the Philadelphia Eagles. Ask Troy Vincent. Ask Hugh Douglas. Ask all of those cats, McNabb included. Ask Brian Dawkins, B. Dawkins, all of those brothers.
I know, because I watched that team. That was my favorite team. Michael Vick, when Michael Vick went to prison for the dog shit, I was like, yo, Eagles and Falcons are right there. Michael Vick came back, and I was like, you know what? But, you know, the Eagles were right there at that point in time. Like, I remember that vividly. I remember T.O. and McNabb's breakup. And
the locker room was divided. I was a columnist in Philadelphia. Who did I defend?
Shout out to Brother Jumbie with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Brother Jumbie says he really go to the barber every week, and he'd be like, give my hairline depression. Hey, yo, hold on. All right, let me read this. Let me focus, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Pop up in the right screen. Come on, OBS, you dusty ass application. This is still the old one. All right, let me see this. All right, so Brother Jumbie says he really go to the barber every week and be like, give my hairline depression. Push my line past my ears, G. His barber is a menace to society. See, I tried to get that. I tried to get through that without laughing, but yo, Brother Jumbie, you'll stop cooking, folks, fam.
Time and time and time again, I have defended Terrell Owens. When he did something, I tried to pick up the phone to reach him. I tried to talk to him. If I couldn't reach him, I'd write what I had to write in the moment. But overall, I always had his back.
Shit.
But don't y'all know? When you have T.O.'s back, that's when you're most likely to get stabbed in yours.
Now, Stephen A. Smith.
Crying to me, and I'm not having
This is where I have to hold you accountable. You named a number of times where you gave him grace and he still turned on you. Why did you continue to provide grace? You should have been like, nah. He almost fucked with my career. He had Skip Bayless furious. Why did you continue? Pause what? Did I say something zesty? We got to hit the pause.
Stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Daniel, by the way.
Now, I'm not going to do what people expect me to do, even though I don't know why, because I don't get into people's personal stuff. But there's a litany of things, both professional and personal, that I could get into that I will never do. I'm not that guy. And I'm not going to do that to a brother nor anyone else. But make no mistake, I didn't do anything to T.O.
Shout out to John with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
John says he go to the barber and ask for the LeBron fade. Yo, y'all are cooking Stephen A. Smith, yo.
What the hell was that?
I didn't deserve what he said on First Take. I didn't deserve what he retweeted this weekend.
You didn't deserve the cooking from John and Brother Jumbie, but
crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Stephen A. Smith, man, this is accountability. Stop putting yourself in position to get stabbed in the back. At this point, we got to switch the narrative on you now. At this point, we got to be like, look, nigga, at this point, multiple times, my nigga, stop giving him all that grace.
I don't deserve how he's been clapping back now. The only reason I felt the need to address this is because I want people to understand.
Hold up, we'll get back into this. Let me run this back to 10 seconds so we get fully into what Stephen A. Smith is saying. Shout out to 16 Bar King with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
I'd feel uncomfortable with something sitting in the middle of my skull like that. Jesus Christ. Yo, what the hell?
Again, I don't deserve how he's been clapping back now. The only reason I felt the need to address this is because I want people to understand that the only reason I was pissed off at Terrell Owens this weekend is because this man tried to sue me. That hard up for money. You trying to sue. Lying about some off-the-record comment. I've never violated an off-the-record conversation in my career nor my life. I don't roll like that.
Now, if anybody knows this business, what T.O. tried to do to him was destroy his career right there. Because if you're taking off-the-record conversations as a reporter and a journalist, and you're bringing that shit to air, you are violating your folks. And a lot of the information you get is from your relationship, cultivating these relationships, and not saying a lot of the things that you can't say on air. So, once again, T.O. knows what he's doing. T.O.'s slick, y'all. If man, you got to be in the media to see the type of fuck shit that T.O. be doing.
I never have. I never will. But that's what he tried to portray, and I did not appreciate that. But to Kyrie Irving, I heard you loud and clear. When you're right, you're right. And no matter what differences we had, that doesn't mean that the spectacular talent that you are is not also a highly thoughtful individual that makes sense far more than you don't. Kyrie Irving was right. In fairness, I spoke to Prime Time. Prime Time was right. Shannon Sharp was right. Cats from the Players Association in the NFL and the league office was right. Contemporaries in the NFL, they were all right. Stephen A., don't go at T.O. like that. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to do it. I just want to let the world know. That's why I was ticked off at him. We can have differences and all of this stuff, fine, but to send lawyers after me, which, by the way, ESPN absolutely laughed off because it was a laughable situation. It's just beyond the pale. It's ridiculous. And I don't ever plan on talking to Terrell Owens in life again because, to be quite honest with you, I don't know what he'll do. He might tape my conversation. Not that I got anything to hide, because I don't. But I can't trust if the first thing you're going to do is go the lawyer route. I can't trust that. That's the truth. I'm many things, but I ain't no damn liar. That's the story. You won't hear me talking about T.O. again. And it's for a simple reason above all else. You spent 15 years making a spectacular name for yourself on the NFL football field. I recognize it's a struggle for you to continue to make a name for yourself now. But you ain't going to use me to do it. At least not in a back and forth situation. It's your life. Live it. God bless. I wish you nothing but the best. I have nothing else to say to you. I have nothing else to say about you. Hopefully, forever. But it doesn't mean I wish any ill will towards you. Peace and love, my brother. You'll probably need it.
What? Yo, I thought you were done.
We're in a different era. Get over it. Whoa!
I thought we were done, but he still had to sleaze in that last jab. All right, y'all. Yikes. Yeah, man. In conclusion, y'all date who the hell y'all want to date. Y'all don't have to disparage the other, or you don't have to disparage a group of folks to date who you want to date. T.O. didn't really say anything disrespectful to black women in that his excuse for dating white women. He just said he wasn't well received and they didn't like him. He tried to scapegoat his skin complexion, which I had to correct him on that because you also identified various reasons why you weren't getting picked besides that, and you're the same skin complexion getting picked now by the same women, so that was null and void. Nonetheless, he didn't say anything disrespectful about black women. He's just dating outside of the race. There's nothing wrong with dating outside of your race. Anybody's free to date outside of their race, but when you want to claim that pro-black shit and you want to come for other people's blackness, you will find yourself doing what T.O. did. And that's where T.O. gets slick with his media shit, because he's been called out heavily for dating white women. And then when people date white women and they see that's your roster generally, and you want to talk about this pro-black stuff, it's like, what's going on here? But that's why he mentioned that he procreated black. He has black kids, so he can just date what he wants to date and still be on that pro-black shit. It's a little bit of that. That's what I see. Just making sure he's covering all his bases, saying, oh, I was dating this because I wasn't accepted type shit. Now that I'm accepted, I'm here. It's like,
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
That being said, we're going to wrap this one up. I'm definitely going to bring that video from the past because I'm not going to do it in this one. I was going to explain the differences from the Stephen A. Smith firing to the Shannon Sharp and draw the comparisons. And I was going to do that earlier in the show, but I decided not to because I have an entire show that I can do about that I'm going to do about that. I was supposed to do about that. We're going to bring that one right back. We also had that coverage of T.O. going off on This woman. And this is the thing, we can't ignore this. This type of shit, this colors the type of character when I talk about T, because if anybody watched Terrell Owens through his career, they knew he was a drama queen. He was a diva. They called him a diva, which is disrespectful to his masculinity, but he was a diva. No disrespect in that regard, but you know what I mean. Everything is a big incident. He almost hit a woman. She got into Karen mode, as he likes to say, complaining about it. And then he pulled up his phone, made a big incident of it, compared himself or any black man that's dealt with a Karen to Emmett Till, doxed the woman, took it to social media, and this video's still here. We didn't get through it. We got through 2 minutes of this 10-minute video. I'm gonna leave this here, y'all. Is there a big screen here?
Yes. All right, we are live.
Nothing.
We are live, and we got the police and everything. We got the police and everything. I'm good. What's up, sir?
What's going on, folks?
I'm driving to my mailbox. She telling me I'm speeding, telling me to slow down. First of all, I didn't harass you. She telling me to slow down. I said, what do you mean slow down? I said, yo, I'm just going to the mailbox. Then she goes, get the fuck out the middle of the road. First of all, I almost hit you. Now you just making up stuff. Just like a Karen. How did I almost hit you and I'm going to the mailbox? Yeah, I called you a Karen when I came over here after you said I called the police. Absolutely. Then you went on to say, oh, I'm the subject of the HOA meeting, this and that and the other. I got liens and shit on my house, this and that and the other. Then you start bringing up my status, who I was, my HBO, my VH1. You the one brought it up, lady. I did it. You did it. You did. First of all, I didn't almost hit her. Sir, no, I'm fine, sir. First of all, I didn't almost hit her.
I understand that. Just relax.
You're not finna sit up here.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign.
Hey, yo, what's going on with this?
What are you talking about?
I understand.
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're gonna yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
A black man approaching a white woman.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband.
What do you mean by that, ma'am?
What?
You're a black man approaching a white woman? Why did you say that, and why did you say it like that? Interesting.
Husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
Relax. You did. You put your car in park and you came after me.
This is what I'm talking about. Drama King. My nigga, why did you put your car in park and come after her? What the hell is that? Oh, we had a pop-up in the back. Pause.
First of all, I didn't.
Now, we clearly know she's doing too much, but he's also doing too much. We're not going to let him off the hook. He could have just went about his business.
Come at you.
Yes, you did.
You can stop all of that, Karen.
Okay, listen.
Get out of here with all of that.
Listen, if you guys want me here, I can solve it.
He literally came after me.
Here she comes.
Okay, so that's cap, clearly. He didn't come after you. He addressed you doing the most. But, come on, what are we doing here?
All right, there's Karen. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Swear to God, I've never been a part of nothing like this. I've seen it. I've seen it.
You have your ID.
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it, but this is firsthand. Oh boy, as she's crying. Oh my God, this is real. This is real. This is real.
Yeah, she's doing the most. This whole, you got out of your car, you're crying, you came at me, this is a black man coming at a white woman. Yeah, you're doing the most. You're doing the most.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Here you go. Here you go, sir. This is real. This is real. This is real. This is real. I've never seen it. I've seen it, but I've never been a part of this. This is real life. And now she's crying. Her husband tried to tell her to go in the house, but now she wanted to do the whole Karen thing. So I'm going to be here with my camera to show everything. First of all, you need to stop that.
You were speeding through the neighborhood.
He was not. I was in the garage.
You hear that? He was not. This woman needs to stop the goddamn cab.
Stop the cab.
She's speeding through the neighborhood. Now she's adding things. Like, when I look at this, she's clearly wrong for what she's doing. But he's not. He did not have the right to go and dox the lady following this. Like, you can record this and protect yourself, obviously. You want to protect yourself, so you want to have the recording. If you weren't recording it, they could spin whatever narrative they want to spin. I get that. But when you doxed her following this, it's like, my nigga, what the hell are you doing? Now you want to dust it up with her.
I ain't there because I was sitting in the garage.
She said I was First of all, I know what you're saying. No, I get you. No, this is real. This is real life in 2022. This is real life Karen stuff.
She crying.
I've never seen. I've seen it on TV. I've seen it on video.
Now that sounds like a black woman off camera that is vouching for T.O.
But I've never really been a part of something like this. This is unbelievable. Then she brought up that I'm the subject of HOA. Said everybody's been talking about me, my house. I don't keep up with my house. I got liens. I don't pay my fines. Everything. How do I know? Because she told me. Karen.
What's her name?
Kate. Close enough. Kate. So when I drove by, she said she called the police. I was like, cool. I'm going to sit right here till they come.
Wow.
I'm going to sit right here till they come.
And she over there crying?
Yo, she just started crying just now.
Oh, when they rolled up.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, she started crying.
What? This is crazy to me. Yo, this is real life, people. Dude, this is unbelievable. I've never been a part of nothing like this in my life. Never. I'm good. I'm fine.
And I mean, she crying.
Bro, she just brought them tears out. She just brought those tears out before she got here.
She just
crying to me, and I'm not having that.
As soon as the police show, you're dry face chilling prior to that. As soon as the police come, you start crying. Get out of here.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
It was fuck you this, fuck you that, everything. Oh yeah, before I got here, it was all of that. The police showed up. Oh, the tears started flowing.
I thought they were supposed to start finding them for profiling.
Oh man, it's all good.
On black people just because they black.
First of all, I said I wasn't speeding, and then they're gonna tell me.
But she don't have no speeding.
No, I got it. But she said we didn't say you were speeding. We told you need to slow down. So what does that mean? If you telling me I need to slow down, that means I was speeding.
Now, this woman was sealed ever since she said that comment. You're a black man approaching a white woman. The second she said that, I'm like, yeah, we know what we got here. We know exactly what this is about.
Right? Yeah. So then she said I went after her, and I was like, nah, I came over here because you said you was calling 911. You was calling the police. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to sit right here and wait till the police come. I'm going to talk to George Lopez since I'm the subject, whoever the HO is. Since I'm the subject of the meetings, I'm gonna ask them what do I need to do since I can stop. I'm barely even here. And then told me you're living in a low budget neighborhood. Oh yeah, I live in a low budget neighborhood, but she living in here with me. I'm living in a low budget neighborhood, but this all good. I ain't tripping. She don't know nothing. I got 2 houses. I'm not even worried about that. But that's how she was coming at me. So when I called her Karen, husband want to tell me, oh, stop calling her Karen. Man, I'm not. They thought I was just gonna bow down and listen to all that mess. Okay. This is where we are. This is where we are, America. This is where we are. Then you heard she said, I came after her. I came after her. Her husband right there, but I came after her. This is unbelievable. I ain't never seen no real life Karen in life, but I see one. She said I came after her. Come on. Oh, you just said it. You came after me.
Seems I told her you're talking to me, not to her anymore, right?
All right.
Just relax.
I'm good. I'll do
like I told her, if you yell at somebody, people bound to respond. It's a reaction.
But my reaction was, she yelled at me and told me slow down. You're speeding. Sir, my mailbox is right there. Yeah. I stopped right there in front of that house. That's where the mailbox was. Yeah. So why am I speeding past the mailbox? If that's where I'm going. Why am I speeding? Right. It's 10 o'clock at night. Why am I speeding to my mailbox? Right. That makes no sense.
Right. And ain't nothing never bills. Ain't nothing never bills.
And then she want to try to insult me and say I live in a low-budget neighborhood because of who I am, but you living here with me.
Oh, she said that he lives in a low-budget neighborhood because of who he is. Because he's ex-NFL superstar Hall of Famer Terrell Owens, that he should have a way bigger house and live in a way richer neighborhood than her. It's a weird insult. If you all live in $1 million, like it's a weird insult.
It's just your identification.
Yes, man, it's wild, man. I told she when she said she called 911, I just pulled her. I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna sit right here and wait on it then.
That's the best thing to do. You pulled out your phone, you record the same thing as I told her. If you think something is happening, you report it.
Right.
Give us a call.
She can show all the footage she want to. Yeah. Fuck you, this and that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
So this is what we.
This whole corner right here, all the way down past my house is BSO. So why would we be acting a fool in the neighborhood?
Man, this is wild.
Yeah, just knowing that this is the neighborhood he actually lives in, it reframes the conversation a little bit, because it's not like he's being overly extra in stopping and even dealing with the situation. I'm like, why didn't he just pull off and leave? Like, what the hell? Why do you even stop and address the bitch? But he lives in this neighborhood, so that changes it a little bit. The doxing is still doing a little too much, but this lady's she's clearly a racist fool.
BSO.
My mailbox. Yeah, my mailbox. It can't be about 3 football fields or so from my door.
Anybody touch anybody?
Nah, but you heard what she said. She said I came after her. You heard that yourself. But then I just said. Then she said she didn't say it. She said I came after her. Really? And then he wondered why I call her Karen. Quit calling. That's what Karens do. Come on, man. I'm like, I don't do this, bro. I've never gotten in any trouble when I was playing. I don't get involved in any stuff like this. So for her to come at me like that, that's why I did that. That's why I came over and I'm like, okay, cool. You want to come at me sideways? I'm going to come at you back sideways.
Understand. Except it's just words?
No, sir, I'm not going to get anywhere out of trying to, again, touch her. Her husband was right there, whatever. For what? But she's not finna talk to me crazy and then tell me I'm doing something that I wasn't doing and then get over here and get a reaction. She wasn't doing no crime before you got here. As soon as she started, I guess, giving her side of the story, the tears came down. Come on, man. This is unreal. I've been here 2 days. 2 days.
Well, with that said, is there anything else you need from us?
Man, no, man. I just wanted to make sure because I knew at some point y'all were going to come to my door, so I just stayed right here till y'all got here.
Appreciate it.
So I don't know why she thought I was finna run somewhere, but she wasn't finna sit up here and talk to me crazy, this and that, yeah, fuck you, this and that, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine. That's what I have been.
If you folks would, you go ahead and do that. All right, go ahead. You can get into your vehicle, sir.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, I can't believe this. This is unreal. Unreal. Huh?
A Lady 747 says, "What a waste of the cops' time." I'm wondering when this is gonna wrap up, because I'm over this at this point. This is a waste of our time at this point. I'm sitting here like, where's the goddamn conclusion? Ain't this a 10-minute video? We've been watching this for 25 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, well, people, this has been my night, but I just want to let y'all know, man. This Karen stuff is really real. It's really real. That's all I gotta say. It's real.
All right, finally.
We don't care.
Let me tell you. We don't care.
Okay, so this is one of them nights where it's like I'm gonna say we have another show coming tonight, and we actually do. I'm gonna schedule it right now. Y'all gonna have a good laugh at the thumbnail y'all gonna see in the next show. We are doing a flashback reaction because we have Mama Duck running the streets amok on No Jumper, telling her war stories and her terrible parenting history when it comes to the 5 sons that she lost in the streets of Chicago and the other kids that she, it's a whole mess. Y'all check out the next video's thumbnail, the next live stream. We're about to get it. Let's get it, y'all. We out. Yeah. Oh shit, my bad. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that hit that super chat.
I'm getting rich.
I did not check the Cash App for any folks that hit the Cash App. Let me check real quick before I set up the next show. Shout out to Moxie. You came very late.
We putting you on probation.
Yeah, I want to see the Moxie's new upload. She has some shit in accordance. I don't even want to ruin anything because I don't know anything anyway. But we out. Let me just shut the fuck up before we get the.